Hi guys, Heidi here from Chillin' with Age. Welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I actually did another grocery haul. If you're living in Trinidad, you will know that everything in the supermarket went up. I assume in the markets as well, fresh produce would have gone up. I wanted to go today, but the weather is a little bit cloudy and rainy, so I decided not to. So I headed over to my regular supermarket and I made some groceries, and I wanted to share with you guys the stuff that I got and how much my bill came up to, and some of the things that I got on sale, because there's a month-end sale that's happening. I think it's going to finish tomorrow, so let's get into it. It's been a while since I actually went to the supermarket, and when you're cooking for one, it's not really necessary that you go all the time. I usually get my fresh produce, as you know, from the fresh produce market or the farmers market, and usually when I run out of stuff like that, I prefer to go to the market because you see so much variety and quality of fresh produce. But today, after several months, because my mom, she was here, so she went to the supermarket in around April, May, somewhere around there, and since then I did not buy any groceries, and today I did make a trip. So this is what I got. I bought myself some tofu, and I make sure I always check my expiry date. So I have some tofu, I have some frozen vegetables, which I like to keep on hand because sometimes you're making something quick, and instead of having to chop up vegetables, this always comes in handy. And it's peas, carrots, corn, and some like string beans or bodi, I think, in here. So mixed vegetables. It's frozen. I want to get it in the freezer because I had it out for a little while after I brought them from the supermarket. And I also brought myself 2 blocks of cheese. So I'm just going to put those in the fridge in the meantime. So I'll let you know about the prices on those when I look at the bill, because I don't remember how much I paid for them. I got some apples, and these were like 10 for $20. So these were not bad at all, and these are some of my favorites because they're really sweet, and I do either eat them just like that or I put them in salads. So I'm happy that I got these for this price. I think in the market it's a little more expensive. I think you get like 4 or 6 or something for the price. I also got some sweet peppers, and the unit price, they say it's $20 a pound, and these were, they came up to $18.60, so they were like 5 in the bag, and the size is not too bad, but that's gonna last me some time. I also purchased a piece of broccoli. This is $24.95 a pound, and this piece is just $14.72, so it's like half a pound. Cucumbers were, unit price was $9. Yeah, $9 a pound, and this came up to $5.65. So it's less than a pound, but a lot of cucumbers. Sometimes what happens, I don't eat them and they end up, spoiling in the fridge. So I didn't buy too much, and still this seems to be a lot. So it's hopefully I use them all in salads. As you can see, I really still am struggling to lose weight. And I bought a piece of purple cabbage here. This is $12.50 per pound, and of course this particular piece, which is like half of a purple cabbage, came up to $13.13. I bought a pack of carrots. They had carrots $4.95 a pack, so I bought a pack of those. And I like using purple onions, right, or what they call red onions. Why do they call them red onions when they actually look purple? Can anyone say? And I got a lot. This is $5.91. The unit price is $4.25 per pound. So all this purple onions came up to $5.91. And you know what's surprising to me? When I go to the farmers market, the fresh produce market, well, obviously this is imported, right? We don't plant purple onions in Trinidad, red onions in Trinidad. I actually pay like $5 for about 5 onions, and this is $5.91, And we have 3 and 6, 3, 9, 10 onions here for $5.91. So sometimes you see things differently when you shop differently. So I'm going to put away these things in the refrigerator. And I usually just leave everything in the plastic bags because it's easier when I put them in the drawer so that they don't, get all strewn all over the place. I just, pierce the bag, open the bag to just use what I need to. I'm running out of space in the fridge. That's it for fresh produce that I bought at the supermarket. I have homegrown avocados, which I so love because so much tenderness and love and care went into planting that tree. And so we're now getting the fruits. It's the first time the tree is actually bearing. This one is almost ripe, and these two I got today from the tree. And so I didn't have to buy avocados. They did have avocados or zabuka in the supermarket. I didn't have to buy tomatoes because I had a recent purchase that was before our approaching storm. And I also have a melanjan. I made some choka this morning with one, and I have one, so I didn't have to buy those things. And that melanjan also is from previously before the storm. So that's to tell you how long I have that here. But it's still good, I picked up some ginger. Ginger was $8 a pound. So this set came up to $9.10. It's just over a pound. And I always buy my ginger and freeze it. Recently I planted some, and I think I still have to wait for it to dry in order for it to be ready for harvesting, right? And potatoes, $2 a pound. This bag was $9.76. So I bought some potatoes. I don't know about anybody else, but when my kitchen has no potatoes or tomatoes, I feel like I don't have food. That's how much I love them, right? I'm going to freeze my ginger, and I keep it for future use because it's so easy just to put it in a Ziploc bag and freeze it, and they last really long. I have some in the fridge, and especially when I'm getting it at a good price, I buy and I keep. And this is, as I say, it's just barely over a pound. It's 1.14 pounds. So that's how much ginger this is, and this is a lot. So if every time you go to the supermarket and you see ginger on sale, buy it and freeze it. It's going to last you a very long time. And I keep it to make my masala chai or ginger tea. Sometimes you're making your sweet rice or farsad or whatever the case is, and you need a piece of ginger. You have it on hand. You don't have to go scrambling or looking for it. Some people put ginger in fried rice and their Chinese style chow mein and all these things. So it's very good for nausea and gas and all these things. So this is something I always keep in my kitchen because it's so helpful in so many ways. Recently flour went up tremendously from our national flour mills. So I'm buying this one by Chic Lisha. And the reason, this one is a little more pricey than the one from NFM, but the reason for me buying this is because it's bromate free and it's unbleached flour, which makes it a lot healthier. And years ago I never knew what unbleached flour and bleached flour, what the difference was. And as the years go by, we learn so much more. So learning that bleached flour is unhealthy, I take that into consideration. So since this flour came on the market, I've been trying it. It's such a light flour. When I say light, when you put your hands into it to make your roti and stuff, you feel the airiness, the lightness of the flour. So maybe you can try it. I'm not being paid to endorse this product. I'm just telling you from personal use. And if the company would like to sponsor my videos, please feel free to contact me. It's heidistore@gmail.com. And yes, so I'm using this flour these days. And of course, as I mentioned, it's unbleached. And the first time I actually saw like really bleached out flour is when I went to Canada some years ago. And when my cousins, they made the roti, it was so white. It looked so pretty. It looks so beautiful. And I was like, wow, first time I'm seeing white roti like this. And then I realized that was because the flour is so bleached out, you know. So, and this is bromate free as well, so I guess that accounts for why the flour is so light and airy. So yeah, we bought a small packet because I'm trying to cut down on the flour as well, not just because of cost but health reasons. As I said, we're on a journey to being fit and fabulous, and of course being healthy, and we have to make wise choices. I bought some flax seeds because my stocks are depleting, and of course baking powder. I bought 2 different sizes, and the reason for this, I have a reason for this. So I won't tell you guys what that is. I also bought some cream of wheat, and of course these things don't have the prices on them, they're usually on the shelf, so I'll go through them with you on my grocery list. And of course I always pick up extra stuff, so I have some salt here as well. Here we have a couple cans of mushrooms, so I might decide to make something with that. Maybe some chunky veg or pizza or something. And yes, I'm making my own pizza. I don't buy pizza anymore because, you know, of course, prices again with everything, and I have quality control. I also picked up some condensed milk. And these are things that I buy because sometimes you never know when you want to make something and you don't have the ingredients. So I always try to keep them on hand. I bought some sardines for Snowy. These are really nice. And I'm saying, as a vegetarian, these are really nice sardines because the can looks small, but when you open it, there's some really nice big pieces in there, and Snowy really enjoys them. So I have like 4 tins of sardines. I bought some vinegar, and you might be wondering, well, why do I need so much vinegar, right? Well, I have to do some major cleaning, and vinegar is excellent for doing that, and it's a very cheap product as well, so you don't have to bust your budget when you have to do cleaning. And guess what? It leaves such a beautiful shine and sparkle on everything. It might not smell that great, but it works really well. Just a little tub of peanut butter, and I also bought some oats. It's probably in one of the other bags, and you know, I might make some little energy balls with that. That's why I picked up the peanut butter. It also comes in handy when you're not feeling to cook, so you might have some crackers and peanut butter. You know, you make up little things to eat when you just don't want to cook. And sometimes it's, I mean, yes, I have recipes on my YouTube channel, but it doesn't mean that I feel like cooking every day. We have some guava jam, and you know, this is really a delightful guava jam. You can make your own if you have guavas as well. I don't have access. We used to have a guava tree when I was growing up, and my mom, she always made guava jam for us. So, but this one is one of the cheaper brands, but it tastes really good. And that's another thing, since everything has gone up, I don't look at brands anymore. I look at what I might have tasted before and it tastes good, and I buy that, and I look at the price as well, because now with everything skyrocketing and, you know, food prices going up 3, 4, 5 times, I have to look at the price. And of course, I bought some evaporated milk. This milk was on sale. It was on month-end special, so I ended up picking up a pack because we have an event coming up soon that I might need it for, so I'm buying it, you know, in front, because I don't know if the price will go up eventually. So when I see it on sale, I make sure I pick it up one time. And it's been a while since I bought some Morbi, so I got this as well. This was not on sale. Usually you get 2 bottles of these on sale for like $20, around $20, but this time it wasn't on sale. But I still bought one. So let me pack away some of these things and make some room for the other bags. I bought some lentils. These are, the unit price now is $6.50, so this is like 1.8 pounds. So it came up to $11.70. You know, I love my lentils. I make my lentil patties and stuff. This is how I get my protein. I also bought some big grain chana. This is now $8.25 a pound. So this came up to $16.42. And I bought dal. So you can make wraps with dal if you don't have flour. Deepa Yankaran has some videos out on that. I did try it and it worked. My only problem is that I can't eat too much of this because it causes some problems and indigestion problems and acid reflux and things like that. So, but I still bought it because, you know, you never know when you might need to make some dal wraps or dal puri. And this is $4.50 a pound, and so this amount came up to $8.64. And I had some previously that, well, the date says sell by the 30th of May, and this one is sold by the 5th of October. So this one was $4.25 a pound, so it went up 25 cents. The reason for me sharing this information is because we don't really notice. Sometimes things go up by 25 cents or 50 cents, and you might think, okay, it's the same price, but it really went up by, you know, a few cents. So, and a few cents can make a huge difference if you're trying to cut costs. For some people, they train away that, right? You see 50 cents or 25 cents lying on the floor. I bought some brown sugar. This is $4 a pound, so this pack came up to $19.60. And the reason for me buying so much sugar, and people be like, oh my god, you try to cut sugar down and you're buying a whole bag of brown sugar. Well, this is just backup. And when I say backup, because sometimes you need to make something and you don't have stuff on hand. I'm not one of those. I don't like to, you know, have to run to the supermarket every 5 minutes to buy something. It's best that it's here and it's in the fridge. And come to think of it, I needed to pick up some split peas in case I needed to make stuff, and I forgot. So anyway, that's okay. I get that when I really need to get it. Bought some yeast. And you guys know I love to make things with paneer. There were no frozen paneer in the supermarket. I actually saw some that seems to be locally made because they were in little containers, but there was frost in it and I didn't buy it because that frostbite taste I don't like. And so I saw these ready to eat ones, which were like really cheap because the plain paneer in packs frozen, it's now almost $50. It could be more than $50 now, because that's the last price. And these that are ready to eat, I know we won't get much in it, just a few chunks, but these were like I think $20 something, $28 or something. I'll check back the grocery list. So it's just a heat and eat, so I can just make some chapati or roti or rice to go with this. I bought some noodles. And you know, I don't make these things very often, so if I use some, the rest goes in the fridge, and I keep them there so they don't get organisms like weevil and stuff. And of course, these are made without eggs. I was telling you, I bought oats, and so I might make some oat energy balls or like oat cookies or something with this. That's why I bought the peanut butter. And I bought some baking soda. Now, baking soda, this is the loose one. And it's actually really cheap, $6.50 per pound, and this came up to $6.76, so it's just barely over a pound, and it's a lot, you know. You can use this for so many household purposes, so it's always good to have on hand. I actually use baking soda, especially when I have indigestion at night or acid reflux. Just a little tiny pinch in like a glass of water and dilute it, and it helps to neutralize the acid, and I'm able to sleep, you know. So sometimes if I eat something that raises my acid reflux, I have to depend on this. I don't use too much of like medicines and all those things. I rather go the natural route, and of course baking soda tends to neutralize acid because it's a type of salt, right? Or my other option is lettuce. Lettuce actually helps. And talking about lettuce, I didn't get any in the supermarket today, but I'm not disheartened because my neighbor, he is doing hydroponic planting, and of course he plants lettuce, so I'm going to order some from him, as well as my shadow beignet and maybe some seasonings. I'm not sure yet, so I'm not worried about that because it's right across the street from me and I can order that as well. So baking soda is something you should keep in your fridge. Also, it's very good for cleaning. It's good for shining up stuff in your kitchen. It's good for cleaning your refrigerator as well. It absorbs odors, so if you put some in a container, open container, and leave it in the fridge, it's going to absorb any food odors and things like that as well. So keep baking soda handy. Oh, and it can help unclog drains as well. So if your drains are clogged, like your kitchen sink or your face basin is clogged, you can add this to the drain, pour it, down on the sink and let it sit for a little bit. Then you add some vinegar to it. So you see how handy that vinegar comes in? And then you can add some hot water, and the hot water, flushes out that drain pipe. Well, I bought some snacks, which I shouldn't really. It's because, sometimes you have those little cravings and you need to satisfy them. And I saw this new product on the shelf. First time I was seeing it today. And it's actually granola with pieces of, it seemed like dark chocolate, because that's what they're showing on the package here. So I bought it and I said, let me try it and see how, I can incorporate it into my diet, trying to be healthy, and my vital supplies. Just one pack. Sometimes, you're looking for stuff to eat. I also picked up, these are two of my favorite things, coconut roll. Of course, this came from a local bakery, a neighborhood bakery, and currants roll. So did I mention I bought coconut oil as well? So this is what I usually cook with, and I do have some prior, so that's why I chose this size to buy this time. So that's going to be in stock for a little while. I also bought some bug spray because they were on sale. And that's something that's not going to go bad, right? I bought me some Downy Fresh Protect for my laundry, and this was on sale as well, so that's why I bought them. These were on sale as well. I got two for $20, so they come with a little scouring pad. So I bought two of those and some scouring pads, my Scotch Brite, which is one of my favorite products that I love to use. This was on sale, so dishwashing liquid, it's 2 liters. So I got this for just about $20. So that's going to last me for a while. And toilet bowl cleaner. I also bought a no brand toilet paper. So let me show you what the bill looks like, considering some of the things that I bought. And this is for me, a single person. It's not for a household of more than one, and these things are going to last me a long time. Now, the reason why I picked up this on sale was because, as I said, we have a little event coming up here at home, so one of this will be used for that, and this of course will be kept for me to use upstairs. So there's certain things, that's why I picked up some things that were not the ordinary stuff that I buy. So guys, this is my total $940.79, and of course, well, they said that I saved $20.25. So for some folks that might not be a lot, but for some folks that will be a lot. And so this is the length of the bill. It's pretty long. All right, so let's see. The tofu was $21.50. Then we had the mixed vegetables, $38.95. The cheese, well, we're two different sizes. I mentioned all these prices on the fresh produce and stuff. And then we had, the milk came up to $37.95. That was the markdown price. As you can see, they said that I saved $2 there. Green butterfly, $6.75. The sardines were $23.80. And the Morby came up to $12.50. The mushrooms were $8.50 a tin. Condensed milk was $8.75 a tin. The jam was $11.50. The peanut butter was $9.50. The vinegar was $13.50. So just look at how cheap vinegar is, and it works so well for so many things. Right, so after that we had the Cleaning King. Oh, this is the scouring pads, $12.50 for 3 pieces, which wasn't actually bad. Scotch Brite was $4.95 for that pad. The Sapolio dishwashing paste, they were $10.95, so we got 2 for $20, so that means we saved some money there. And Protox insecticide we also saved, that was marked down, so we saved $4.55. The toilet bowl cleaner was $25.95. Dishwashing liquid was marked down, so we got it for like $19.95, almost $20. So we saved $4. This was also marked down. Remember I mentioned that earlier. The bleach, I didn't bring that upstairs. I bought a gallon of bleach that came up to $29.95. It was marked down, so we saved $2.80 there. The granola was $17.95. That's the one with the chocolate I was just showing you guys. The Crick's Original, $13.95. The all-purpose flour that I showed you guys, it's $20.95. I know for some people that might be a little pricey. If you're looking at your health, I realize in this day and age, it's costing us a little more. And I don't know why healthier stuff costs more, because it doesn't have so many other additives and preservatives and all these things. Then we had the ready-to-eat paneer. So that's paneer makhani. It's $28.95. So usually a pack of 500 grams of frozen paneer cubes comes up to like $50. So when I open it, then I'll see how much paneer is in that ready-to-eat box. Then I bought some plantain chips. Well, it was just one pack, $6. The bathroom tissue, $33.50. Paper towels, that came up to $17.95. There are 3 rolls in that pack. The noodles were $9.50. Cheese sticks, that was a big pack for $14.95. And sometimes I want to tap myself because things like this, the packs are filled, half of it is filled with air for so-called freshness. But $15, I mean, could have been put to some vegetable or other, right? The baking powder, it's $9.95 and $3.75. Those were 2 different sizes that I bought. The cream of wheat was $17.95. The salt, $4.95. Well, we did mention all these things about the flaxseed was $7.95. And this is a good investment because we do need the healthy omega-3s from the flaxseed. So that's why I bought flaxseed. The yeast was $7.95. Well, we did the split peas. The oats, $12.95, and that's a pretty big pack of oats. It's going to last me a very long time. I usually keep it in the fridge so that it, prevents it from getting bugs and all these things like weevil. So the lentils, we went through that. Baking, brown sugar, baking soda. The coconut oil, this used to be like $30-something. It's now $40.95. So that went up. I also bought a Diwali oil, which I use in my prayer room. And this 2 liters is $55.95. The bigger gallons, it's actually pretty expensive. It was $100 and something. So I didn't bother to buy that because I don't need a whole set. It's just to do my little thing, Currency roll, $7.50. Okay, well, that's kind of expensive. I didn't realize that. And you know why I didn't realize it? Because they don't have the prices of these things on the shelves nor on the product. So this is why, because usually my regular bread van that passes by sells a bit smaller currency roll, but it's like $5. And well, I know things went up, so I'm not complaining. So anyway, my final total was $940.79. And of course, I did swipe my Magna card, so I'm getting points, so which I can redeem later on. So guys, this is how I shop. I am now looking for cheaper alternatives, and I'm looking at the prices, things that are marked down, things that are on sale. Plus, those banded offers, you tend to come out pretty well. So sometimes you get two items banded together for a particular price. Always make sure when they're banded, you look for the expiry date, especially with food, because sometimes some products are about to expire and they band them together and they hide the expiration date. So make sure you look at things like that. I've seen some shorts and reels and stuff where people are complaining that they've gone to some of the more high-end supermarkets or the bigger supermarkets that sell in bulk. I'm not calling any names. And they're like, I go to the supermarket and these things are so expensive. Listen, a lot of those stores don't cater for people in a certain range, let's put it like that, because either you have the money to go there or you don't have the money to go there. And I, for one, have stopped going to places like that because my local supermarket, when I say local, I mean my neighborhood supermarket, caters to my needs. And this is a supermarket we've been buying since my grandmother was alive. She started purchasing from them because their parents had opened that supermarket, and since then it's our neighborhood supermarket, and I purchase from them. A lot of people from all over Trinidad comes to that supermarket to buy, and they are shocked at the prices. Throughout time, put it like that, throughout time they have maintained some of the cheapest prices. I even worked at that supermarket when I came out of high school. I just, I spent a couple of weeks working there for work experience, and that's when they were in their old supermarket. It was under their house, and now it's fully renovated. They've done so much transformation with that place. And so I continue supporting them. Now and then, of course, I go to the fresh produce or farmers market and get my vegetables and things like that. And then being there, I'm able to also go to various stores and get whatever. But you have to be wise now, because things are getting so difficult, and not just in Trinidad, it's around the world. We're seeing food prices skyrocket, gas prices skyrocket. Everybody's complaining about imports, and all the drama that's happening in the East. It's causing the rest of the world to suffer, especially with wheat prices and all these things. And a lot of products we use have wheat in it, so that's affecting everything. And there tends to be a ripple effect. When one thing goes up, everything else goes up across the board eventually. So shop wisely, choose wisely, support local, support your local supermarket, your community supermarket, your community farmers. That's very important, because things that you can get from your farmers, sometimes you can't get in the supermarket, or you get it for twice the price. And it's always wise, and it's healthier, because I've been following this dietitian online, and she gives such fabulous information. That's Rujita Diwakar. She's from India. Eat local, eat traditional, and eat seasonal. Make sure you make wise choices when you're shopping. And I can't emphasize that enough. Too many times we are oblivious to the fact that things have skyrocketed, and because we are accustomed with a certain lifestyle, we don't want to make adjustments, or we feel that we can't live without something. Well, let me tell you something, brother man. I can live without a lot of things, and I've made so many adjustments. I'm doing this because I want to make adjustments. I want to change the way I live. I want to make my life better and healthy, and have a better quality of life. And this is the reason why ever so often you'll see me do the market haul or the supermarket haul, because I want to show you guys that you can do it. And if it is that you're not willing to do it, that's another story. But in the meantime, things can only change if you will it to change. Change comes with me, and this is what I'm doing for my life, and trying to make my journey a better, healthier one. Especially now that I'm going down in age. Age is just a number, right? But we tend to try to be a little more conscious of what we eat and what we drink and things like that, and how we live. A lot of people complained about the pandemic because they wanted to be out and about and socialize, and now we're seeing so many fests and all these things, and people can't wait to get out and have a good time. Bye, bother me. Right? That air bother me. It come and go, pandemic come and go. The only thing I was worried about, the consequences of getting infected with the virus, and having someone to look after me and things like that. So that's another story. But anyway, once we keep eating healthy and looking after our health in the best possible way, we won't have to worry about having to sit in the hospital or sit in a doctor's office, or things like that. So at least we'll be taking our health in our hands, taking charge of our lives. So I know I've said a lot, friend. If you're new here, please remember to subscribe. Don't forget to share the video, like, and of course, comment down below and let me know what you think. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.